10 new and strange reasons to love black holes. You will never guess what the number 1 strange black hole is. Like and subscribe for weekly videos. In the comments below, list one topic you think should be in a top 10 video and comment if you subscribe to this channel. A dark opening is a secretive and hungry animal. In any case, they accomplish something beyond devour whatever comes excessively close. Dark openings are behind the greatest blast in space, shoot boomerangs, and make their own planets. They additionally harbor abnormal riddles. When dark openings kick the bucket, what befalls all that they ate? For what reason did a dark opening glimmer in 2019 when science contends that they can't streak? New disclosures could have astounding answers. 10 A star turned into space. Passed to a star died in 2019. One half blew into space. A dark opening destroyed the other half into long rings and crunched them. This instituted the foodie expression of death by spaghettification. As impossible to miss as that might have been, the function was additionally exceptional for reasons other than meriting a spot of pasta sauce. When a star kicks the bucket, it delivers a blaze of energy known as a flowing disturbance function. For this situation, it was both the nearest flowing function close to Earth, 215 million light-years away, and the most clear. When cosmologists identified it, they looked for quite a long time, in fantastic detail, how the dark opening tore the star in half. The demolition uncovered a hint about where flowing glimmers originate from. While the entire story is still somewhat foggy, they are certainly associated with the garbage spilling from a weak star. 9 This black hole shoots boomerangs around 17,000 light-years from Earth. A dark opening is snacking on a star. The bear is just known as XTEJ 15,564. From the outset, there was nothing astounding about them. Dark openings nibble on starlight. Old news. Be that as it may, in 2020, analysts took a gander at old X-beam pictures of XTEJ 15,564 and something didn't add up. In an endeavor to get to the lower part of the bizarre information, the data was taken care of into a PC reproduction. It uncovered how a portion of the light made a scramble for opportunity. This, in itself, was not uncommon. At the point when light is caught in the gradual addition circle, the residue twirl around the dark opening. At that point it can in any case move away. However, the light that got away from XTEJ 15,564 accomplished something strange. Normally, when light makes an effective getaway, it bobs against the plate and afterward shoots into space in an orderly fashion. However, these pillars previously twisted back towards the dark opening. At the point when the light in the long run reflected off the circle, they looked like boomerangs. The wonder had not been seen previously or since. 8 Black holes hide in plain sight. Some dark openings are covered in dim residue. These alleged case dark openings are hard to spot. However, by any gauge, there ought to be hordes of them out there. In 2020, researchers searched through the Chandra Deep Field South (CDFS) picture to discover more covers. This X-beam picture covers a segment of the southern sky in incredible detail. Numerous things in CDFS had just been recognized, including 28 focuses that were recorded as cosmic systems or dark openings without cocoons. But the 28 were imposters. Not for long, however. At the point when the graph was contrasted with optical and infrared perceptions of a similar region, their splendid signs were obviously those of dark openings with casings. The X-beam couldn't puncture the darkening impact of the residue, which clarified why they looked like other heavenly articles. The disclosure likewise proposes that a lot of records, like CDFS, are presumably covered with these dark openings that take on the appearance of something different. 7 A unique trio. In 1983, cosmologists considered NGC 6240 something of an odd pickle. The cosmic system had an abnormal shape and an irregular infrared sparkle. The astuteness of the day presumed that NGC 6240 was really two systems. The curious shape and brilliance demonstrated that they were colliding. Each cosmic system brought their own supermassive dark opening along. When they were recognized, the dark openings drifted intently together at the focal point of NGC 6240.2019 swung by, and space experts took a gander at the systems with better hardware. They were shocked to locate a third dark opening at the middle. Their friends from the 80s most likely missed it on the grounds that the dark opening was torpid, the other two burns through issue. However, whatever the explanation, its quality recommended that the merger included three galaxies. A triple galactic crush is chicken tooth, uncommon yet not incredible. What makes this circumstance so novel is the closeness of the three dark openings. They circle each other inside a little region of 3,260 light-years, and the dynamic pair is scarcely 645 light-years separated. 6. A clue that explains the oldest black holes. The puzzle encompasses the most punctual dark openings. Thought to be the leftovers of the main stars that had kicked the bucket, nothing could clarify why a portion of these dark openings developed into colossal articles. Without a doubt, when one was found in 2020, it gauged 1 billion times the mass of our Sun. Yet, being brought into the world not long after the Big Bang was not what made this person uncommon. It gave a solid piece of information about its own development and size. The dark opening is holding 6 worlds prisoner. The arrangement takes after a cobwebs with fibers running between the dark opening and the systems. Any place the fibers cross, the cosmic systems flourish. Whatever takes care of them, most likely gas, is being piped by the strings. Similarly, the web can expand dark openings to gigantic extents by supporting them inside a gas-rich climate. 5. The biggest, and weirdest, space explosion in 2019, something from space shook the Earth. 2 observatories recognized the gravitational waves and homed in on the source. What they discovered was something unusual, record-breaking, and impossible. The signal, named GW 190521, was created when 2 dark openings impacted 7 billion years prior. The blast made a solitary, greater dark opening. Inquisitively, one of the first 2 was doubtlessly additionally the after-effect of a merger between other dark openings. In any case, this vast heap-up was not by any means the only unusual thing. The blast was the most impressive impact ever recorded in space. The power equaled 1,000,000 billion A-bombs exploding each second for 13.8 billion years. The last dark opening was multiple times greater than the Sun, making it a transitional measure dark opening. This was critical on the grounds that dark openings of this size had beforehand just been conceivable in principle. Yet, one of the first pair was doubtlessly impossible. Calculated at about 85 sunlight-based masses, it overstepped a logical law expressing that no dark opening could exist in that range. So as to shape, it would require a star somewhere in the range of 60 and multiple times bigger than the Sun. Be that as it may, in that lies the issue. At the point when these stars kick the bucket, they go out as supernovas and not as dark openings. 4. Something destroyed a black hole's corona. Things went typical for some time. A universe named 1S1927 plus 654 whirled around a dark opening, as most systems do. The dark opening was noticeable because of its crown, a ring of hot particles that circle most supermassive dark openings. There was nothing unique about it. 1S1927 plus 654 didn't care for being disregarded. In 2018, it gave cosmologists a puzzle that remaining parts unsolved right up till today. For reasons unknown, the dark opening's crown erupted multiple times its ordinary brilliance. At that point, similarly as abruptly, the blaze was gone. The cosmic system got its desire. Telescopes from everywhere the world went to 1S1927 plus 654, wanting to see more. They were not frustrated. In under a year, the crown darkened at a rate that ought to have taken centuries. While the specialists were not ready for such a fast form, they had an inclination that this was not a speedier than typical life cycle. Something different was crushing the corona. According to one hypothesis, a star crashed into the dark opening. The star aired out like an egg, which caused the underlying glimmer. The crush disturbed the dark opening's attractive field, the very thing holding the crown together. Ransacked of its security, the crown at that point quickly self-destructed and made the dark opening obscure. 3. The Flash Mystery Recalled GW 190521, the greatest and most bizarre space blast ever? Something different occurred about a month later in similar district, and scientists are uncertain about whether the two functions are associated. The dark openings that impacted had no blazing crowns, so nothing about the accident ought to have been visible. But there was a gigantic flash to illuminate the question. Scientists added a quasar to the story. Quasars are supermassive dark openings that deliver impacts of energy. Yet, the blaze was excessively tremendous, in any event, for one of these giants. Instead, the hypothesis goes that the two more modest dark openings got caught in the gas ring that encompasses their supermassive cousin. At a certain point, the pair consolidated and made the GW 190521 signal. The power of the merger, the latest trend dark opening through the ring and upset the gas enough to trigger a deferred response, the flare. This clarifies why the blaze happened 34 days after the GW 190521 signal, yet nothing is sure. There is an equivalent possibility that the two functions have nothing to do with one another. 2. They have Blanets. Planets are conceived from the wheel of residue that twirls around a star. Blanets, then again, are universes that structure inside the residue ring that circles a dark opening. Some planets are rough and Earth-like, yet almost multiple times greater. Others are gas monsters like Neptune. Blanets have never been found. But an examination in 2020 demonstrated that the weird universes must exist. A prerequisite for planet building is ice. Acting like a paste, ice makes dust particles remain together. When a cluster grows enough gravity, it arranges more residue in different bunches. In the end, the article develops into a planet. Some dark openings have a snow line. Beyond this area, things are cold enough for ice and planets to frame. In the Milky Way, the conditions are wonderful to the point that great many planets are likely circling the dark opening at the focal point of our universe. 1. Black holes release their victims as curves. At the point when Stephen Hawking reported that dark openings pass on, different physicists were eager to pick up all that they could about the marvel's life cycle. At that point, the main master on dark openings, Hawking, asserted that dark openings dissipate. Be that as it may, this prompted an apparently unanswerable question. When a dark opening approaches an incredible finish and crumbles, what befalls all the stuff it had consumed? Mathematicians uncapped their whiteboard markers and did a couple of counts. They presumed that the taken data essentially vanishes, which disregarded about a gazillion hallowed laws in material science. Another hypothesis recommended that the data spilled once again into space as bends. Yet, no one could demonstrate things either way. Recently, physicists went to cutting-edge PCs and numerical devices to fathom the stalemate. They made practical dark openings, accelerated their advancement and viewed their demises intently. This was just a reenactment. However, extraordinarily, it coordinated one of the hypotheses. At the point when the dark openings approached their fate, the data leaked from them in bends.